It still records on. Oh, we're live.
Welcome back to another episode of Herbal Tea Thursday, y'all. It's your Wellness Live series for every Thursday's vibes. It's your Healthy Habits and Lifestyle Coach Giovanni, host of the Empower Plates Empire Lives podcast with my girl.
Hey everyone, it's Shireen. And I am the founder and owner of Perspective Studio Productions and the host of Voices and Vibes podcast. Hey, Nayetta.
I can't see. Let me go over. I'm on the private chat. What's up, Nayetta? All right, so how the vibes vibing, y'all? How the vibes vibing?
Well, first, let's start with what's in your cup, Giovanni.
So what's in my cup? I went with the spearmint tea today, y'all. Spearmint tea. I really want to try drinking more spearmint tea. It's in my Empower Plates Empire Lives podcast. More.
Ching ching. I am drinking.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I didn't realize you were done.
I want to drink more spearmint. No, you okay? Spearmint tea, because I saw some of my PCOS posse, my polycystic ovarian syndrome posse, talking about drinking spearmint tea every single day to help them with reducing the unwanted facial hair. Oh, okay. And so I've seen people say that's been really beneficial for them, and I think it's because of the zinc that's being found in the spearmint tea. So I don't know. I really want to get into it and just like really be intentional, drink it every day, and see if it slows it down. Like my lifestyle changes already have slowed it down, like the walking and the limiting of processed foods and sugars. Like I saw a decrease in that when I walked for like 100 miles goals in September one year, I think year before last, and I saw like a real slow production of it. So I'm really excited to see how the spearmint tea goes. What's in your cup, Shireen?
I am drinking a turmeric. It has something else that I don't remember. Turmeric and something, and then I put cardamom in my cup as well. I actually was drinking peppermint tea last night. Actually, I've been drinking tea a lot for the past all of yesterday. I was not feeling well, so I was drinking a lot of peppermint tea in the evening. But this one I have, yesterday I actually had peppermint tea with green tea, not matcha, but I had peppermint tea with green tea. But today I am drinking the peppermint finished. It's a turmeric and something. I cannot remember the name. And then I also added like cardamom seeds to it, right? So smells great, tastes great, healthy, good for the glow. Good for the glow, you know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't been drinking the teas lately. Sometimes I definitely get it in on Thursday, of course, because it's Herbal Tea Thursday. But I don't know. Do you think you see a glow?
I don't know. I see a glow. I see a glow, but I don't know if you just lotioned up. So
it's probably I didn't. It's probably maybe it's the juicing glow. Maybe that's what.
There's definitely glow.
Maybe that's a juicing glow. I was going to ask you something. Do you feel like drinking tea dries you out? Sometimes I feel like when I drink herbal tea or like a lot of herbal tea, like consistently, sometimes I feel like I get kind of dried out or like even more like thirsty.
Really?
Or something like that. Yeah, I didn't know if it was just me. Y'all, if you're catching it, talk to us in the comments. Do you ever feel dried out when you drink?
Maybe it's the tea that you're drinking, or maybe it's the tea combined with something else. Like the tea, I feel actually just kind of refreshes me, or depending on which tea I'm drinking. Like I wasn't feeling good, my stomach wasn't feeling great, so I drank the peppermint tea last night. Actually, I was drinking it like all day, kind of thing. And because I'm done, by the end of the day, I was on my last tea bag. And then I mixed it with like green tea. Oh, I mixed this one with dandelion. I don't know. Dandelion and green tea is what I've been drinking a lot too. Dandelion, green tea, and peppermint tea. Because those two, they say is good for like dandelion and green tea is good to get rid of like bloating. But now that the grass is finally green out here, and we are getting dandelions in the yard, I'm actually thinking to pick some. Last year, my neighbor made honey with the real dandelions. So I'm thinking to just actually boil some out and make natural dandelion tea. Oh, Spencer's getting told to hush it up. Oh, black tea makes you feel that way. Maybe, yeah, black tea, I could see that. It's kind of like drinking coffee because the caffeine in it, but I never feel dry drinking tea. I feel refreshed, um, and relaxed and relaxed. Alrighty, let's get into our
I
wellness.
definitely get the relaxation vibes when I
Oh,
drink the
sorry.
tea. It's just very calming and very relaxing. But yeah, I'm with you now. Yet I don't know which teas it is. It's not the black tea because I don't really typically drink black tea like that. I don't remember the last time I bought it. I typically have red raspberry leaf tea.
Mhm.
I have spearmint tea, green tea, peppermint tea, nettle tea are the
You
ones I
should
think I
you
have
should
now.
you should enter your all
Sour
the
spot
tea
was.
you should enter all the teas that you typically drink in like Chat GPT and ask if I have XYZ symptom and I drink one of these teas and I notice that I feel dry, which tea do you think is causing it? Right. And then also mention that you're juicing because it could be a combination of different things happening with your body,
Could
right?
be. And I'm just not typically a water drinker.
And
And
that
so
that
I
could
don't
be it. You
know
probably
if
need
it's
more
just
water.
automatically just feeling dehydrated of some sort, not just getting in enough fluids. And that just could be it too. But I'll definitely consider that, especially when I'm drinking them a lot. Right now, I'm just drinking them on our herbal tea Thursdays when I'm feeling it. More time when it's cold outside, when the weather's different, I drink the tea. But I
Like
feel
I
like
saying,
that's
get your water in.
I hear you.
Get
I
your
just
water in.
rather the H3O and not the H2O.
Well, you should also try, we've talked about this before, but try adding like buying the chlorophyll mint, right?
Mm.
Somebody came in the studio the other day and she's a wellness practitioner as well. And I was drinking chlorophyll with my water and I asked her and she's like she cannot get past the taste, but she didn't realize that there's different flavors to it, right? So I always have the mint, but I would say just check that out. That way you can get your water consumed or try those ginger honey crystals that you can add to it because at least that way it's natural and you're still getting in your water.
Agreed wholeheartedly. I will definitely consider it, especially as I'm figuring out routines and what I like, how to get the flow going, and the vibes vibing with certain things, and keeping it simplified. But
Oh,
yeah. All right. So you ready to check us in?
I am. I just
All
realized
right.
we did not check in. Hold that thought.
It's all right. And while Shireen is
I'm
getting us
ready.
ready to check in. Oh, go ahead and let's go. I
I'm
didn't see
ready
the
because I'm home. I'm not at the studio, so
okay.
I have it in my inbox. All
Gotcha.
right.
Go ahead.
My life is overflowing with things to be thankful for. A feeling of gratitude is carrying me through my journey, and I sense even more blessings on the horizon. So I will drop that in the chat for you.
That was the
Oh,
check-in.
said, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
I got it, girl. You don't have to write. I just copied and pasted it.
No, I was saying that was the check-in.
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay,
don't
I'm
have
with it.
cards on me, so I
I'm
go
with it.
to
I like
this
that.
email. There you go. My
My
life
life
is
is
overflowing with things to be thankful for. A feeling of gratitude is carrying me through my journey, and I sense even more blessings on the
blessings
horizon.
on the horizon. Let's go,
Mhm.
y'all.
Yeah.
Let's go. Type horizon in the comments if you feel in the
Mhm.
check-in. Type horizon. Let me get my horizon on. And while I'm typing horizon, because I am feeling it, and we're going to be talking about doing something new as well.
Mhm.
Make sure you all are subscribed to both of our YouTube channels. It is linked in the show notes, all of our information. And if you have a favorite platform outside of YouTube, connect with us there too. We gave you all the info in the show notes. Please allow YouTube to know that we drop in value and vibes every Thursday, and would love the algorithm to support us by pushing out our content to other people who would want to vibe with us in our wellness tribe. Shireen, your wellness win for today.
This week. This week. I mean, it kind of leads into what we're going to talk to later on or during this
Okay.
conversation. But I just did something new and big this week that I haven't even shared on like social media as yet, but we had a government client and we just did this whole live broadcast. And it just felt good to be in that space and be considered for this job. They're traveling. They went to the UK first, then they went to Toronto, and now they're in Washington today. And then they'll be in New York. And the production company that they hired to do their live stream broadcast with us was us. So it was pretty cool. And they're from the islands. Yeah, they're from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They're government officials. It was all about investing in their islands. Um, and I don't
Come on,
think they
Island Girl.
I don't even think they considered anybody else. They just, I kind of got heck for why is it so hard to get a hold of you? We were told your name. So I think my
That's
wellness
what
win.
I'm talking about.
I think my wellness win is sometimes your name is being spoke about in rooms that you don't even know about, like good things. So that is my wellness win. Even when you don't think, even maybe when you're just on the come up or you might be having self doubt or whatever it is, your name is still being spoken in rooms that you don't even know about. So that's my wellness win. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
love
Thank you,
it.
thank
I
you,
love
thank
it. So I guess
you.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna vibe off of that. So my wellness win. It won't be names brought up. Sometimes your content will reach the right person who needs what it is that you have. And I got my
Mhm.
first digital product sale for my plant-based
Nice.
alternative guide this week, and I was really excited about it because I didn't know the person. Like sometimes it's like when you know the people, it's like, okay, support, love, they might need it, but when you are providing value for someone or to someone that you don't even know, I think
Hmm.
that was like, I was excited. I was
Yeah.
excited. So I was like, oh yeah. So I'm excited to reach out and, see how the product's going, where they found me, and what I could do to be of service. So I think
All of it.
that was definitely a win.
That's awesome. Even Nayada saying your content has been on point this week.
She did tell me that, and she shared. Thanks, Nayeta. So that
Drop
was
yours, Nayada, in the chat as well. Your wellness
yes,
win.
please and thank you, and
Let's
anybody
hear
else
about
that
it.
is watching that's live or catching the
Mhm.
replay. Acknowledge your wellness win. Acknowledge your wellness win. All right, Shireen. So we're getting into it. Today
Let's
is
go.
doing something
New.
new. So y'all,
Go ahead.
first question is, are y'all doing anything new? Is anything new happening right now? Are you having a new initiative, a new activity? Are you trying something new? Are you embracing something new? What is it? Share it with us in the comments. But doing something new. All right, we got a wellness win, Shireen.
Oh, no, I
Nayetta said,
got her new. I got her new. So she said, Nayetta says, let kids play podcast. I don't know the last time I've said that. Her new is I've had two
I thought it
private
was her wellness
events.
win.
That's her wellness win. I had
That's
two
her
private
wellness win.
events
The
this
new
week.
is underneath.
Oh, I'll read it. It doesn't matter. I had two private events this week in the lab. I had a group of 70 kids reach.
Win
Girl,
again, win again, win again, win. Wellness win,
that's
wellness win, win again, win again,
huge.
win again, win.
Like that is huge, Mayetta. That is
That's
huge.
amazing.
Yes, yes. And with that, you could only embrace this new space of a real entrepreneur. Doesn't it
Let's
feel good?
go.
Doesn't it
Come
feel good?
on,
Doesn't it feel
Weedy.
different? I wish we could just like bring her up so she could tell us how it felt. But like,
We can't.
doesn't it feel good?
We can't just bring her up.
I probably can if she wants to. No, it feels scary.
Can't just bring her
Oh.
up. Let's go.
Well, I
And
can
we talked
invite you
about
if you
that.
want to, Nayetta. Would you be open to coming on up? But let us know, Nayetta. I think what makes it scary? Is it like what makes it scary? I think it feels both good and scary because there's like a commitment and you got to keep doing it. Okay, I'm gonna send you a link, my dear.
I already emailed it to her.
Okay, okay. Yes. I think it's good and scary. Today I was thinking, okay, we're in May. I did my numbers for the first 3 months, like it was a part of a project. And so, okay, the next, even my daughter and I, we've been talking numbers. I gave her the spreadsheet that I did for like the income statement. And it's like, how do we make more money? Right. So it's the how many more times do you need to do this? And how do you how do you do it from different people, right? What's going on, Nayetta?
Hi, ladies.
How are you?
Come on,
I'm
playologist.
doing good. I'm doing
Good. This
good.
has been a minute.
I know.
Girl, 70 kids. How long have you had this space now, Nayetta?
Um,
How long have you been open? Open.
I opened March.
April, May. So just under 2 months.
I
You
think I
go.
opened March around March 10th, around that time.
I thought about you yesterday. I drove by some kid's space. I was like, I wonder how she doing. And you had 70 kids.
That was a
Really?
someone inquired about it, and it was just like, okay, like, and it wasn't someone that had seen my stuff. It was through another like community partner or something like that, and they called me and like, hey, I got this person interested in you. So
Brought
it kind of
up.
said again, Jada.
Your name is being brought up.
In rooms.
Yeah, so it kind of goes into what Shireen was saying, but yeah, I mean, I had to like we had to talk about some things because you all know I keep my classes very small, so I can't do 70 kids at once.
But still, okay, so let's talk about how it feels. You said it feels scary.
hmm
Let's talk about the scary. Let's talk about this new scary.
The scary is everything you said, the commitment and to keep doing it.
Hmm. Yeah. But you've been open 3 months. Have you started doing like income statements so that you can see what's bringing in the money month over month? So you can see monthly growth from a percentage, financial percentage standpoint. And
What
then
money, Shireen? I'm playing.
we live, girl, we live. This is not the chat no more. Stop that. Listen, you had two private events. They better have paid
I was
you.
thinking, dang, she brought her up, and the first thing she was going into was the money.
I didn't say to tell me the dollars, but
I
I'm
was
saying,
like, is this social proof? What is happening right now? I was about to go
no,
into the
I,
no. That is
see,
a part of it.
right.
That is a part of it.
no, I get what you mean though.
That is a part of it. That is how you have a facility. That is 100% a
Y'all got
part
brick
of.
and mortars now.
Yeah, that is a part of it. Yeah, girl, close them eyes or
But
open them and look at them numbers.
I get what you mean. So I didn't look at necessarily the income statement. But I did look at what classes were bringing in the most people because March and April I tried different. Well, March, April, and May I've been testing. So March I had a whole different like type of classes. April I had a different type of classes, and then May I've had a different type. So the class that brought in the most in March, I kept it consistent with April and May just to see if it would consistently continue growing. And the ones that didn't either bring in people or trickle, I kind of tried them at the beginning of the month and then faded them out. So it looks like right now I'm going into the full blown homeschool space, which is not a bad thing. But my homeschool science classes are the biggest hit.
Bringing in,
And
yeah.
the private groups, like if I have like a mom's group or a field tripping homeschool group, like they drove from Charlotte this week, which is about 35 minutes for them. So those are the two things that are, and it's still homeschoolers, they're just in their own little group versus individual.
This is
So that's where I'm headed for in the fall.
That's awesome. I love that you're in the testing, like you're in the beginning. So the best part is that you can test all these little things of the new But even 1 month testing, like you could let it run for because you're gonna have different stages now, like kids coming out of school with siblings. So how they interact with you could be a little bit different. You could test longer than a month because it might seem different throughout the summertime, right?
Well, yeah, I tested the homeschool things for this is the 3rd month. So some of the classes the parents like I would test it, and then if someone would inquire and stuff, I would do surveys to get feedback. So it was kind of like the classes that they were kind of interested in, they wanted to pick and choose in between. So those classes I just turned it into open play. So this month I'm doing open play versus those individual focus classes, if that makes sense. So instead of building movement and art and movement, I just did open play. So you have all of that in one session.
That's awesome. Okay, ladies, the best part of the new
So
for
I
everyone.
think,
Sorry, go ahead, Giovanni.
oh no, it's okay. I like it. I don't like it. I love it, and I think it's so dope to see and hear that homeschoolers have another field trip option that is very unique and different.
Yeah.
And that's searching like a different lane that I don't hear a lot of people talk enough about. So I think you did good finding a gap in a market that not only you knew would have been beneficial for you, but you were already intentional on finding field trips for your kids to get out, and now you're that place, like you're that trip, you're that experience, and it's a holistic experience because your kids get to be a part of it and play and engage. So it's almost like you homeschooling, sponsoring while you homeschooling and everybody tripping. And so like I absolutely love it, and I love that they get to come to a safe place to play and learn. And you take away the virtual aspect, that it's a whole nother vibe when you're in person versus virtual. And so like, I wanted to say that first as I listened to like you and Shireen talk the brick and mortar business, moving with intention, market research. But my question for you is about the fear and how you're utilizing that fear to motivate you into just showing up and being a better version of you now that you're in this space because it's doing something new. So how are you using that fear to push yourself or propel yourself forward?
I'm not necessarily using the fear per se to push me forward. It's not the fear pushing me forward. The fear would probably be the thing that was holding me back. But I used the fear to, I guess, better build my relationship with God. So my fear has pushed me closer with my faith and my beliefs, and making sure that I am like, I'm doing Bible study again. And it's been years since I did Bible study, but keeping me focused on what's important and keeping me grounded, because I usually don't say this out loud. I think I told you all though, but like the Activity Playhouse is like my baby, but the brick and mortar was never my goal. Like this is God's plan. I'm just going with it. Like y'all know, I did not want a space, but
Space wanted you.
it did.
No.
It
didn't
did.
even want it, they demanded her. Like, look at this, a group of 70 kids reaching out without even 3 months in the building or in the space.
Crazy.
That is you being in position for the demand. And I love that you said your fear is increasing your faith in God and to lean into him, because it is the purpose that's over your life. And sometimes when things get uncomfortable and it's not going to the plan that we have, we like to run from it, like pivot and try to make it more what we wanted and kind of push away from it. So I'm glad you're leaning into it. One thing that you said that made me think about it was like, I've been listening to gospel music on the way in the mornings, like while I'm getting ready or while I'm on the way going to work. Before that, it used to be like podcast episodes, like YouTube videos. It used to be like my Audible book. Back when we were in the community, it was community. It was so much like development. What am I missing? And when I started listening to like gospel music this week. It just felt so much better. And then of course I got the sale, but it was like I wasn't stressing trying to be my best self. What skill am I missing? What do I need to do to keep making things bigger and better? It was like when you just start getting, I don't want to say comfortable, but when you really start getting convicted and just knowing that you're doing something to help other people and to be of service every time you show up and do what you do, whether you have the results or the audience or whatever the case just quite yet, like it just feels good to know that you're doing something, you know? And so I just was really vibing with that. So when you talked about it, your fear pushing the faith, it was more so like, I've been doing this. I'm on episode 88 and I ain't getting that name yet. And it was just like, oh, and this week when it's happening, I ain't even stressing it. So it's definitely like a different vibe. And I know we share like sermons and stuff on Sundays, and we haven't done it in a while. But I think the more we feed our faith and the more we continue to show up, the less the fear starts happening and the less we need to know of what 10 steps look like ahead of us when we're owning and just standing in our power for the next step, or taking that moment to just take in the stillness before we move, just knowing that it's going to be all right and trusting in ourselves and then trusting in him. So I love hearing that. Go ahead, Shireen.
Oh, I don't know. I was going to ask something before. I don't know. I feel you on the part of like not knowing what's next, because I feel like this whole journey for me too, just kind of, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. But not, people say, oh, you need to have the vision, but I don't really have the full vision. But I don't feel like I need to have the full vision. I have aspects of things. I didn't think I'd get into live streaming, right? Like it would never came across my mind. It was a podcast studio. And now I really want to market differently because I don't want to just pigeonhole myself to that when we have the capability of doing so much more. And just being hired for something new and having it be like government officials fly in from here, here, and here, and they are who hired me, you know? So it's different. We don't need to know everything, but we do need to have faith. Right. And so I also just dropped a podcast, and I'm literally just putting one foot in front of the next foot in front of, I'm learning how to walk kind of thing. And it's working out. But even, I'll tell you the reason now why I'm asking about the money, because I was afraid to look at the money with Black print. Mm-hmm. And that didn't do me any justice. And because I got the grants, they make you look at the money. And it was the best thing I've ever done. And then I told this other business who has a brick and mortar as well to go into the grant program. They're in it now. And I told my daughter about it. I just met another business owner, and I was like, whether or not you have a location or not, but the understanding how to do your income statements, it was really eye-opening. So what I thought was making the money, I was thinking a particular product. We don't even sell that. And when I did the income statement, I was like, what am I talking about? I sold like 3 of those. Like, how did I completely miss it? I was just showering before the show, and I'm like, I think I'm going to do my entire income statement for last year, and just have the bookkeeper review it, because I felt so much more in control. It's scary, but damn, it is, honestly, it's the best part of it, because you can just see everything. You can see everything.
Okay. So,
yeah. And I'm more than willing to share the document, because it's basic. It's a basic income statement document, but I put it in Google Docs and did it. I was scared to do it. I was scared for Black print, and I was a little afraid to see. I know how much I spent with this studio, right? But sometimes you're scared to look at that money that you spent, especially when you're not making back that money. But you know your stuff that way. And sometimes it's not even as bad as you think.
It's not. I look at, because it's not coming in boatloads, so it's easy for me to glance at it.
As yet,
as yet, as yet. Um, so it's easy for me to look at it, and I see what's making the money, and I'm just going towards that way. And some of the fear, a lot of it is fear. Yeah, I know I get scared to do stuff that I don't feel necessarily comfortable with. Like I'm not like a scientist. I didn't major in biology or any of that stuff in college. But most of the things that I'm getting booked for is outside of the play lab is for STEAM things. Like a college booked me to run their summer camp science
Ooh.
lab classes this summer. So
Girl, hold on. Don't talk so nonchalant about it. Like
Doing something new.
huge. It should have been said doing something huge. New and huge.
I thought we was talking about this week. I told you. I thought
Was
I
that
told
this week? Oh, is that what your week was like? It was just, college reached out for the
It
summer.
wasn't this week. I thought I told you. I haven't been in Telegram in a minute, but that was in
So nonchalant.
April, I think.
But they booked you for the summer.
Yes,
You got booked up for the summer. Booked up
this
for the
summer
summer.
is busy. That's why I was scared. I'm like, because I was starting to feel like I might neglect the
You still
kids and
doing the
stuff.
festival?
No, that is on pause this year. I do want to do it next year though, so it's on pause this year while I get my grounding. But next year
Is that
it will
is
be
that
back.
the play thing that you did last year? Is that what she's talking about?
The
What is
Summer Fun Fest.
Yeah, that's what. Okay. Yeah. I think it's good to give it a break while you get. Oh, you did say you might give it a break. I remember
Hmm.
saying that part. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so I have 3 summer camps this summer. Yeah,
It's awesome.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
thanks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I guess the question for all of us, the best part. Okay, one a piece of advice that each of us would give any of us or somebody else. What is their way to approach the new?
How to
I would
fund
say
the
be
best.
open. Hmm? I'd say be open because you just never really know. I think when we have like a set expectation of what we want, we focus so much on what we want that we're not open to whatever it is that we might receive. And it might be bigger and better. And it might just be you growing versus something else you might want to grow, like your bank account or your audience. And I think it could be your confidence that's growing. So I would just say be open and embracing the new because you just don't know what is going to come out of it. You don't know what I don't want to say return of investment, but you just don't know what's going to come out of you just showing up in a different capacity and going all in on something that you believe in.
I like that. I like that. I like the return on investment because it's not necessarily a financial thing. Like you can get a return on your investment with your faith. You can get a return on your investment with, your confidence, doing affirmations and all that stuff. So I like that.
Thank you.
Nayada, what were you going to say?
Give me the question one more time. Because in my mind I'm
One
still
piece of
saying
advice. Yeah, one piece of advice that you would give someone who is approaching the new.
it's scary. You don't see the light in the tunnel that they talk about. Um, but just hold on to the wall and guide yourself. You got it. Even if you move slow and steady, just move. Just move forward. Don't go back. Just move forward at your own pace.
I like the analogy because sometimes you do feel like you're by yourself in that dark, right? Doesn't matter how much support you have around you. Sometimes, I mean, when it comes down to it, it's something that you are passionate about that you're trying to do, right? So if you don't move forward, ain't nothing gonna push you forward.
Yep.
Okay, my advice.
I like the senses that you enacted with that. Like I automatically felt like I was in a dark space and I couldn't turn the light on, and I was just feeling all on the walls and trying to figure out like how to move forward and use all your other senses, but your vision. And sometimes that's what it is. It's not necessarily what you're seeing because you don't know what you're seeing. You're looking in one direction. It could be something totally different that's happening that you're not even oblivious of it. So I like that, because at first I was going to say it might be dark, but don't forget you're the light. Like, you're the light for someone. But when you said you couldn't see it took me out with the senses. Go ahead, Shireen.
Sorry,
Um,
that's what I feel.
I
Seriously.
feel you. I felt
mhm,
that.
I did too.
Took me back to me and
Um,
Shireen in the hide and go seek in the dark. But go ahead.
for me, I would say don't be afraid to ask for help,
Mm.
Mm.
or even get the help you need. Like, you might not be asking for it, you might have to pay for it, but don't be.
Mm.
I am. I'm growing, but what I really need is a team because I cannot do it by myself, and I'm tired, and um because I've been working long hours, it's hard to bounce back when you don't have the help, or when you finally rest, or if you get sick. Um, so, in some cases, I need to ask for help, and in other cases, I need to pay for help, right? And so, get that help. Um, and even if you're paying for it and you don't know how you're going to pay for it, just offload some of it. You don't have to worry about offloading the whole damn thing, or like one whole section of it. Just get the help you need, because you'll grow faster, and that's exactly the stage I'm in. And when we talk about new, I don't know. I guess this will be another question. So yeah, that would be my advice.
I like that. Yeah, I know it's hard for me to ask for help, but I have a cleaning lady coming tomorrow because I have to cleaning the lab and cleaning my house. It's just not gonna work. And cleaning the lab is a little bit more tedious, but I don't want to neglect my household either. So even if it's getting help in your personal life
Yeah,
and not your business, it still helps you with your business. So I feel that I got help with the personal side because I can't hire no one on the business side to clean because that'll be 2-3 times a week.
yeah, yeah. I need that help too.
I like investing in a team. I think as you start to invest in a team, is really identifying what you actually need help with, and what's the easiest to outsource. That can be a simple process of explaining, breaking it down, and then just kind of checking in on certain things. So then that way you can truly let it go. So you can work within your power and your creativity, to really do what you need to do as the CEO or the visionary, or the main person pushing things forward. So I think it's when you're looking at the team, what can you truly outsource, and identifying what can you do just within a certain period of time to get out and schedule. So it's going back to like those systems and automations and stuff like that, to go along with whoever you outsource to kind of help, and create with the team. So I think that's really beneficial.
And
Yeah,
don't be afraid to pay for the best of the best. Like you said, you don't know where the money's gonna come from, but you don't want to give your money to somebody that is gonna give you a headache. Like, don't be afraid to pay a little bit more for the best of the best.
hmm
And take time nurturing those relationships and making sure you're giving them the proper training so that the expectations can go, and you don't necessarily have to always keep looking over your shoulder to do something. Like, you can actually trust them, to do what it is that they say they're going to do and that they understand they're doing. And that might take some time at the beginning, but after a while you will want them to grow just like you're growing. But that initial training and time invested in training and nurturing and building that relationship, just not thinking they're going to do your business like how you do your business.
I would say be okay with making a lot of mistakes, because it's the beginning, and mistakes is what's going to help you identify what works, what doesn't work. Um, and honestly, some of the mistakes I've been making have allowed me to come up with whatever my standard operating procedures would be.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't exist before. Or like, I'm trying to figure out how to load contracts in my CRM. I've never done it before with this particular system. I can't outsource it to anyone. So I'm learning what it looks like. I'm learning all the mistakes. But even like the process. I'm taking long to do some things, and I'm taking, and just realizing, okay, you know what? The next time we do this or I hire someone, this would be the ideal way to do it. So now I've written like a whole process of how to do something because I made mistakes. I took long. So don't be afraid to make some of those mistakes, even if it comes at the expense of people, because it's year one and you're learning how to do something new. Someone's going to feel it, but other people will benefit from it in the long run. Like we're not perfect, and it's okay.
Yeah, that goes back to my analogy. You're in that dark place and you're in the dark room. You're gonna stump your toe or run into a lamp or something, but you're gonna learn not to do it again. Or you're gonna
Or
learn
do it a
to
few
work
times.
around. Yeah, you look, if you stump your toe more than twice, you're gonna move that furniture that you stumped your toe off.
Hmm.
So it's you gonna
All
make it
had a
work.
broken toe. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love
And
it, y'all. So doing something new. Doing something new. That's what we're talking about tonight. Doing something new. What is something new that you are doing? For me, I launched a what they call a tiny challenge. And I'm calling it the root cause challenge. And I am hosting like 5 um, one-on-one sessions, coaching sessions, to really allow people to show up, prioritize their health, their well-being for 5 days, and really look at their lifestyle and see what are some shifts that they can make to truly address their root causes of the problems, the symptoms, the signals that their body are experiencing. I think a lot of times we get into the group vibes, the group challenges, and when it comes to people's health, I think nothing beats a good one-on-one where people can be
Mhm.
vulnerable, transparent, and really just show up in their rawness, just to get the help that they want and they need without feeling like, other people are in the room and they might not be as open and honest. And so I'm really excited about those that take on the challenge, that are really ready to change, really wanting to see, am I helping myself or am I hurting myself in how I show up and care for myself every single day, not knowing, that unawareness of causing themselves to stay stuck or stay hurting or stay in a state that doesn't really seem as vibrant or not really the life that they deserve. And so I'm excited about that launch. I don't know what it's gonna look like, but I'm just excited about showing up, talking about it, letting people know that I'm available for it, and if they are really ready, because people got to really be ready. They might say
Mhm.
I need to change, but everybody's
mhm,
not necessarily really ready. And so I'm
mhm.
excited about the root cause challenge. I'm doing it in May, but I could just keep doing it, and make it a part of my client journey, to have that experience, to truly see if lifestyle changes is the way they want to go, because people have so many different options on how they want to address things. um, and so I'm excited about that. So that's my something new that I am doing right now in my business. Another mini win is me and Spencer got out there and got our walk in today, now that it's starting to get like brighter. And so we actually had fun. And of course, the endorphins were flowing by the time I got back. So we was all litty. So I'm excited about getting back out there and moving and grooving. So that was really good. And then the stretching that Shireen was talking about before, I've really been enjoying yoga prior to me and Spencer getting back out there and walking and getting in those stretch videos. So just being mindful of my body, moving my body, but most importantly, like staying on my healing journey and trying different things, and just being really excited about helping other people. So that's my new thing.
I like it. I like it. You weren't live promoting it and it sounded very, very good. And I think the direction that your content is going, it's kind of like the prep work to get people like I say I want to change, but am I really ready? But your content is like hitting you in the gut, like, girl, you need to change. So I
Mhm.
love
Literally
it.
on the gut.
I hmm.
I said literally with the gut, but I
Mm,
got you.
For real, like, but I like it, like legit. It stops me from scrolling when I see it. Like, dang! But that makes me feel like, okay, if she can relate to me with this, like, I don't have those symptoms, of course. Um, but if I did, it's so relatable to where I would almost be interested into anything you have going on. So I love that it's all aligning, because I know that was something that you used to stress about and worry about, but your content is feeding directly into what you're offering for people to help them. So I love that.
Thanks, Nayetta. I appreciate it. Thanks for seeing me. You going, Shireen?
I don't know what
You're
else to say,
something
girl.
new.
I had. Oh, say it again.
You're something new. Did you already share your something new?
Um, I mean, right now I'm just trying to figure out the CRM.
I was gonna say, I thought your something new was the embracing
It was the
the
live
lives.
Saturday night because we had new equipment. Um, we had people bail on us, and then I think people management in this space is going to be a thing. I'm used to people management. I had a team before. That's nothing new. Um, but I've been getting requests that I think is kind of like, you haven't done much, but this is the request. So even if I've set certain things up a certain way, and then it's almost like I'm getting tested by
Mm-hmm.
new customers, that of like, I'm trying not to reveal too much, but like I've made certain changes, but then this is the request, but then that doesn't put me where I need to be. So um, there's the new, and then for me, because I am looking at this for sustainability, by a certain time frame. Um, so when I look at my priorities, I could spend the whole day editing, or I could figure out getting this damn contract in the CRM and get a couple people under my belt. So it's like prioritizing, but the new is just dealing with all the stuff. One new thing I've been doing it for a few months now, is somatic breathing. And I actually feel like
Mhm.
it helps your nervous system, but it has completely relaxed my nervous system. So that stress that you feel, that tension, I don't really feel it because I do this breathing every day, right? And sometimes I do it multiple times throughout the day. Um, but then, yeah, I also started like really stretching. And this week, I've spent a lot of time resting. And that part has to help because if you're not making the time to rest, like I crashed on Monday, and Monday's supposed to be my day off. And I really tried to do work and I couldn't. So I just getting my priorities straight when it comes to rest and help,
Yes.
and like what taking care of my body looks like. And not everything is all the way there, all the things that I want to do, but the somatic breathing has changed the nervousness that I feel within my body. I don't actually feel that anymore, right? So um yeah.
That's, your body deserves that. And it's definitely a journey, right? It's never a destination, but a journey.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Shireen. You wow.
We all doing something. Hmm.
All right. So y'all want to let everybody know? Get your CTAs in.
Sure, you ladies go first while I pull up our closing statements.
Okay, let's get it. Go ahead, Nayetta.
Well, you can follow me on all platforms at the Activity Playhouse. If you're in the Charlotte area in North Carolina, you can come see me in downtown Gastonia at the Activity Playhouse, our play lab for kids ages 2.5 to 6 years old.
That's awesome.
Got it. Just put in the comments, y'all. In the show notes. In the show notes. I got you. I got you. Y'all, I got this plant-based alternative guide. I want you to eat with the sense of empowerment, and I want you to know what nutritional benefits your food has when you put it on your empowered plate. Comes with juice, recipes, smoothie recipes, meal recipes, but your grains, your vegetables, your fruits, all of this educational vibe is in there for you to have an empowered plate. That is in the show notes. And if you're interested on going on a tiny challenge on that journey to identify what your root cause is, because you're tired of just adjusting and adapting to what's on the symptoms and get to the root cause, join me on a 5-day vibe with the root cause challenge. And let's work one-on-one to really identify what shifts you can make each and every day to show up and love yourself and care for yourself on a higher level.
Awesome. All right. Well, I finally dropped an episode. So check it out. It's on my page. And I just talk about failing fast and coming up with and creating solutions, right? Because I think that the fail part doesn't matter. It's just a mistake. So fail fast, as I say in the tech space, and really create solutions. And I like to say that I'm in the business of creating solutions. So that I have to work into my profile somewhere, or XYZ, or whatever you want to call it. But funny enough, that is what has been in my LinkedIn for so long, and it's now coming full circle to the business. Yeah.
So you've walked into what you had already claimed
already
prior
there.
to. Come on.
Already there.
And walk in it with the eyes closed.
One step after the other. All the analogies coming together.
You find yourself there. Let's get it. All right,
and
got
I think it's so fitting because I'm gonna drop our close. But first, Giovanni, did you have? Oh no, you started, right? So you good?
We went like,
we went this way. You guys are this way for me. Yeah. All right. So we ready for our close it out?
We are.
All right. I'm gonna drop it here for you.
Okay. The challenges I experience are shaping me into the person I aspire to be. More of who I truly am at my core is coming to the surface. I feel it. If you feel it, type feel in the chat.
It's in the air.
It is.
Feel it.
Nayetta, thanks for joining with us today.
Thank you all for bringing me up.
Nayetta, thanks for vibing with us today.
Always.
All right, y'all. Let's get on up out of here, y'all. We will see you next Thursday for Herbal Tea Thursday. Make sure you have your herbal tea or something to sip on while we chat it up about our wellness. All right, y'all. Let's get it in. Thank you for joining us, Nayetta. Shireen, it's been everybody watching the replay and join us on the live. Thank you for vibing with us, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.